Flashing's not in my wheelhouse. No one needs to see this. Good morning. Well, welcome to our congregational meeting. Today, I have the honor of presenting to our congregation the call for Pastor Bill to be our pastor. Is he coming? Yeah. I'm actually literally going to call him, Bill, Pastor Bill, we're calling you. I had to literally call you. I know. He was out there handing flyers, kissing babies, shaking hands. That's what we do. Okay. So, can we go to next slide? So, I'm going to officially call our meeting to order. And what are you laughing at? We're excited to be an ELCA party. Okay, so I'm going to officially call this meeting to order. And we are, the first thing that we are going to put forward is a vote to call Pastor Bill as our pastor for Hope. So I move that we call Pastor Bill at the next slide. Next slide. Next slide. There we go. So I move that we call Pastor Bill as officially, now that we are an ELCA congregation, as our pastor at Hope. I have a second. Is there any discussion? Greg is taking minutes. Our secretary's in the back. And then while this is going on, part of the process that is new to us is that we need to have everyone sign in. So Linda's going to send around a sign-in. And you print your name, and then you sign your name. And this is how we ensure that we have a quorum when we're voting. Yep. Yeah. There is a list. Great question. So the folks that are online, Sam's taken a list of the people that are on the live stream, and then they are voting how we have historically voted. So part of this is approving the compensation package for Pastor Bill. And because we have an existing budget that already includes that, what I did was take, at leadership, and we talked about this, I took all of the existing payments and things that our bill already has with regards to healthcare, housing, salary, all of those pieces, and drafted it into the official form from the ELCA. We know that this is the existing package and that our budget gets revised and revisited every year. So it made sense for us to work off of the existing budget because that's what we're working off of now. Does that make sense? Totally.
As you're signing in, I'll just do a little bit of a tweak here. It was mentioned, Pastor Bill, you mentioned earlier that it was an ELCA vote. This is not an ELCA vote. This is a vote of your congregation, okay? So we're just kind of overseeing your vote, okay? You can kind of think of it a little bit like a marriage ceremony, right? The emphasis of a marriage ceremony is not about the state. I mean, yeah, there are some papers that you sign from the state, but the emphasis of a marriage ceremony, what's the climax of the marriage ceremony? It's your vows together, right? When you say from the deepest part of your being, right, that this is what I promise to you, right? So that's where the emphasis is. And so that's where the emphasis of this is today. It's your saying that we want to extend this call officially to our pastor, Bill. Okay? All right.
Thank you. Okay. So thank you. Thank you for adding to the discussion session. Is there any other discussion before we hand out ballots to vote? Yes. Is this a one and done? For calling him as a pastor?
So unless you specify that there's some sort of term in your extending the call to Pastor Bill, the default is that it's ongoing until some other change happens. So until Pastor Bill resigns or, retires or whatever, something like that, right? So the understanding is that it's an open call unless you specify that it's a term call. So I haven't heard that it's a term call, so we're assuming it's an open call.
Thank you. So Linda is handing out ballots, and our folks that are online. Okay. And so the folks that are live streaming with us, there is an email that you need to respond to. So that those votes can be counted. And we have 2 volunteers. So Cheryl and Linda are going to count. I am a member of this church.
I'm not voting on me. You know?
If you are counting people that are online, you actually have to know.
They have a sign in. Yep.
They have a sign in?
Yep. They're managing it. Yep. There. We're on it. What? Call first. Yep, to call. Yep. How you say? Linda has an email.
Dan online says I don't have an email.
They could probably call in. You want to give out my phone number and then call me?
Okay.
You want to go tell them?
Dan. Dan's the one who's right?
Okay.
Maybe he meant it has to be the email that's tied. I think it's just Linda's in there. Linda, did you hear?
Yeah, because we have to vote on his package.
Got people behind you? Any other votes for this row? No.
So once we call, they say. Tell them online. So the email address that is printed online, hopelakestevens@gmail.com. For folks that are voting online, that's where that email needs to go. And it's also in the chat. We'll be waiting. The next part is contingent on the first part. So, do I get the, I've been writing dad jokes for, and doing them. So, we can vote on whether or not we can. First we call them, and then we might have to make them do it for free.
Yeah, you keep talking about that.
Does this, do we have just a total? No.
I I put up there, we
With the-
don't, that the package approved by the Health.
Okay.
So, like, if anybody wants to see it, you can hand it to them.
Okay.
There's no way I was inputting.
Cheryl and Linda. Those are everyone else on a paper plate.
Sorry, moving on to one of these.
Who's taking minutes? Craig is on the paper plate. How many members do we have?
We were just around 50, so we only needed 10.
Oh, we're good. Just me. Okay. I never know if it's just me, because often it is. But he can physically show someone else. I think Andy's counting too. Yeah. So. It's empty. Sadness. What's that? Oh.
Did you establish what your quorum is?
Yeah, we have about 50 members, so we only need 10 people. We've got
Oh, okay.
plenty.
So whoever's taking minutes, that should be in the minutes.
He just went. Okay.
In terms of how many voting members you have, and then what.
I'll let Greg know that.
Yep.
Okay. Did she give you a record sheet to? Did Tabitha give you a record sheet
What do you mean a record sheet?
to tally the votes and stuff? No.
No. But they're tallying them, so if there's a form that we need to put it in, we can.
Yeah, I mean it needed to be signed.
Oh.
So I'll do it electronically.
Okay.
Oh, this is
Oh,
it.
is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This
Yes,
is
she
it.
did. Oh, yes.
So this is where you fill out the.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. I need a pen.
We're glad you're here anyway.
How many pens were voted? Does this include the count?
Total is 41. So there was in favor.
41 were in favor.
Total. This is total.
So 36 yes.
5 online, yes. So that's 41.
Okay, but I need votes were cast in favor is 36.
And
Right?
then 5 online,
But is this yes or no?
yes.
So 41 total. I'm sorry.
We just say, can we write
64 voting, or 64.
41. There's 64,
Well, yeah. So,
right?
oh,
Total.
no.
And then how many no? 5? Did you have no's? No. Okay. Yeah, we have 65, and we get to count the people, right? 65 total? Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yes.
I'm assuming we need to hold on to these.
That's, do we hang on to them? Do we need to once they're counted? No? No. Okay. Okay, thank you. I am excited to say that a resounding yes to call Pastor Bill as our pastor. So there were 41 votes that were counted out of our 65 members, and 41 were a vote for yes, and there were 0 no's. That's super exciting. Now we have to decide whether or not he's doing this job for free or we're actually going to pay him. I mean, I don't know. So, so the next vote is that we have to approve his compensation package. Back one. He's closing in prayer. I'm closing in prayer. That's it. I'm out. Peace out. Yeah. So, yeah. So I will move that we vote to approve Pastor Bill's compensation package, which is existing currently on our budget. Tim has a second. Is there any discussion? What are you laughing at? They've had the chat open. They've been watching it. Yeah, no discussion. Everyone's like, okay. So you're getting another ballot to vote on whether or not we pay him. And again, yes, just to keep his salary exactly the same because that's what's already in our budget. Yeah. I think we just need to take Tim away.
He just controls the microphone.
We're looking bad in front of Andy now.
I don't think we're looking bad. He knows what kind of church we are. He knows when he comes here he's going to get weird. Yeah, that's our new motto is come to hope, we're weird. We're weird. I know, totally. You're kind of all in. Alrighty, folks that are online will vote to the same email address.
Cool. So actually on the next slide, we'll really briefly talk about this. So one of the things that we should always do, right, is take time for celebrations, recognize great things that happen. And we don't always do that, particularly in something like a church where, there's always another Sunday. There's always another Sunday, right? Like we've done a lot here in the last couple of years, and there are things that should be celebrated, that, that we are here and that we've are living in the space together. We're making an impact in the community. We're part of the ELCA. Normally, the ELCA kind of does a really good job of like highlighting those, hallmarking those, because they're helping a church kind of through that process. This has been a little different because it was we, the church, doing the process through all of that. But they brought it up. They're absolutely right. Bishop Shelley was like, we need a party. I was like, you're right. We totally need a party. So we thought that, right? We should have hey, we're part of the ELCA. This is all went really well. We're very excited type of party. So a little different than maybe how it normally is done because it's tied to the vote or this or that. So yeah, we're not sure what that looks like. We're not sure when that would be, but we wanted to say that, to share that, and would love your guys' enthusiasm behind it, because it's really cool that we've gotten to this point. We're there, and we do want to celebrate that together. So that's the thought that we have. It is time to have a party and to say, this is really cool that we're there. And if we can do that well in advance, the bishop would like to be here, some of the other Senate staff, they all would like to come and celebrate with us. So that's the thought behind that. We think that'd be really cool. So, I don't know. We should have a party.
I'm down for a party. I know how to party, but I am going to draw the line out of lock-in. No more. Either that or there has to be some sort of sleeping, because that was a lot. Okay. We're just waiting. Now we're just waiting on the vote. I know. It's like they do it for a living or something.
What's Agnew about? Don't talk to that one. Not that one.
This one doesn't require.
Or that came in for yeses. Oh. That were added timely.
Yep.
So that would make it
44.
44.
What the salary package is?
They can come in and look.
They can come in and look.
I'll tell them that. And I can say that too.
And then this is the in-person 35 yes for his compensation and online
Okay.
10. So 45 yes.
45 people have
On-
said.
yes.
So I guess we've decided to pay Bill the money we're already paying him. So there is a resounding 45 people approved the package. So he will get paid through the end of this year. Next year's a little bit dicey because we got to do a new budget. But for the rest of this year, we're paying him. Can we go to next slide? Oh, it's a closing prayer. Do you want me to do it? I'm on it. All right. Oh, I have to officially close our meeting. So let's do that first, and then I'll close our meeting. If there's no other discussion or questions, I'm going to officially close our congregational meeting at 12:06. Okay, and then please join me in prayer. Dear Jesus, thank you for this day, and thank you for this opportunity to continue to do your work and be the hands and feet in our Lake Stevens community. We are excited about what's around the corner. We're excited to have Bill lead us into the next steps for hope and really be that positive impact on our community. Please watch over us and guide us as we leave for the week. In Jesus' name, amen.